Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating, joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Oh, hi friends. I'm just here at the Stamper Studio. I'm here at the Refuge Little Falls enjoying a cup of coffee. And one of my favorite things about coming here is that we, in the morning, there is my mom's sour cream chocolate chip coffee cake. And as I'm every couple weeks as I make them, it's just so nostalgic for me. Like I lick the beater and put it in the sink to wash. And it's just so nostalgic. My mom passed away, I don't know, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. And she made probably 10,000 of them in her lifetime. Like she would have them with her and she'd go into Costco and say, oh, hi, Gracie, here's a chocolate chip coffee cake. Here's a coffee cake for you. She made apple and blueberry and all kinds. I just stick with the chocolate chip. But UPS man come to the door, hang on just a second. She'd go get a coffee cake. So, but in the freezer, it said, do not eat with all these coffee cakes. So that was kind of funny. Anyway, we are at the Refuge Little Falls with some, I don't want to say old as an age, but friends we have and new friends. So that's super exciting. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you something that is absolutely stunning. Excuse me, so very beautiful. And it is from the new catalog, which starts in May. I want to say May 2nd. Nope, May 5th. May 5th. On May 5th, you can start ordering from this. If you're a customer, if you're a demonstrator, you can order now, which is one of the bonuses of being a demonstrator. And we have not, I always, when I order them to deliver to customers, I always order one for us as well. We have not gotten ours. So then I know you probably have not gotten yours either, but be on the lookout. And then I ordered some to send to people who need them. So this is a suite that I am going to show you today. It is just so beautiful. Velvet Meadow. And I am a blue and green person, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's stunning. It's just so beautiful. So I'm going to show you these different papers, and then I will show you the suite, the rest of it.
Checking in from the craft studio upstairs. Good morning, Diane.
From far away. All right. These 12 by 12 papers are just gorgeous. So this one has this nice border. And there's something you can't see as I run my fingers along it. I don't know if you can see it, but the white is actually raised up. It's like a velvet. What? It is like flocks. Yeah. So this is so great, either for a scrapbook page to cut it and use it as a border, or you could make 6 different or more different cards out of it. I'm going to use this one this morning. Just have to keep touching it. And on the back side is cloud cover. So that's very pretty. We also have this one, which is probably my favorite. Oh my goodness, stunning. This is pine. What is the color? Pine tree. I always think of the movie we watch at Christmas time, and that's not what it's called. Pine.
White Christmas?
Yeah, I think of, it's Peaceful Pine. I think of Pine Grove, whatever. It's Peaceful Pine is this color back here. But isn't this just gorgeous? And again, the white are that flock that sticks up. So has a little bit of texture to it, which is really nice. On the back side of this one is our basic beige. Just a basic background. Here is another beautiful one. And then here it's the middles of the flowers that are flocked, if we can call it that. And cloud cover again. This one is also so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at this. So this one is mostly everything that's white is that flocked feeling, the velveteen. There's cloud cover behind and a little bit of the Peaceful Pine in there. It's just, I'm going to see if I can bring it up a little higher so you can see it. It's just so pretty. It's so gorgeous. I'm so thankful for Stampin' Up designers. They do, oops, I didn't show you the back. They do just a beautiful job. This one is, again, cloud cover. And look at that pretty pattern. I think that's a really pretty pattern. And then the last one, you get 2 each of these sheets, is this one. And this is Bubble Bath is our background with our Berry Burst. And again, we've got the flock. You get it and tell me if you don't keep running your hands over it. And again, cloud cover in the background. Also in this beautiful suite is this amazing velveteen paper. Like, how fun. You thought I rubbed my hands on the other one. Velveteen paper. So it's one-sided. You get 2 sheets of each. Let's just double check there. You get 2 sheets of each, and it comes in white, peaceful pine, and the bubble bath. There it is. Oh, yeah, 2. There it is. Peaceful pine, bubble bath, and now I'm like, oh, should I turn it over? White. Yes. Peaceful pine, bubble bath, and white. You can see it's like sticking on it, but it's just really pretty. It's just a nice texture. So I think they store it like this so it all stays clean. I don't know, but that is also beautiful. So many beautiful things. The stamp set has a lot of these really fun little flowers. And when I say little, I do mean little. So this one we'll use this morning. There's a center to go in that one. There's also this little set of like 3 and then a bud, and these 3 are the center for that. So there's a lot of ones that go together like this. There is a gap there for that flower to fit right on there. Same with this one, fits right on there. There's some leaves. This one fits, of course, right there. We've got just because, cheering you on. You always make me smile. So many reasons to celebrate and for showing you care. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I'm like, wait, thanks for showing you care, perhaps.
Yes.
Or just because for showing you care. Probably thanks. Anyway, and then the dies, this is where I was like, oh, they are little. These are the dies. So they're smaller than I anticipated. But, and then this one. This is the one I'm going to use this morning, as well as this one. So the dies are pretty small. I'm sure we'll explore them some more another time. These are what we call our bonus dies, because these do not. Oh, this one does. Excuse me. It does cut out a little flower here. Cuts out that little, I don't think I showed you the stamps, but cuts out the little flower right there. And we've got the greens, so you could stamp it, or you could just die cut it. So lots and lots and lots of possibilities. And this one we will be using on Stampin' Into Summer, which Dave will tell you about later. All right, I'm going to start with my bubble bath. It is 4 inches by 10 1/4. And the reason it's 4 inches is because when we're done, I'm going to stick it onto a regular 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, so that I have a nice border there. So this is 4 inches by 10 1/4. Then you score it at 5 1/4, and you score it at 9 1/4. Basically, this is 1 inch at the end here. So let's burnish those. I just folded it to make sure it was all good. And don't worry that this doesn't fit right there. That's okay. That's meant to be that way. And then fold this one back. Okay. And then we are going to put on a little piece of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 of this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And it fits perfectly right in the middle there. So let's do that. Oh, it's so pretty. I have a brand new adhesive here. Come on now. I just put it in, and Dave's quiche is ready. One more time. There we go. All right, just got to get it started. Do you hear your timer?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course he hears his timer. All right, so let's go ahead and set that right there in the middle. Isn't that so pretty? The bubble bath and the berry burst are just, I think they're just so pretty together. So we're obviously making this little pocket, right? And so we're going to put a piece of cardstock in the pocket, and that's the part you would pull out and write on. So I wanted to, this white piece I cut at 3 1/4 by 5. At first I was thinking, oh, of course I want to go right to the edges of everything, but you have to leave space for adhesive here. So I'm going to go ahead and, yep, I was thinking, do I want to put ribbon on first or after? But I'm going to go ahead and seal this, and I'm going to use my acrylic mat because I might not want that whole width. I just want to make sure that I have space for my little card to fit in there. So we'll go like that. It's about 1/4. Oh, I went all the way. That's okay. It's about 1/4 inch. If there isn't a day I don't pull some adhesive off, well, that's a good day. And if that's the worst of my day, that's a really good day, right? So I'll just, I could use my little eraser, but I'm just going to use my fingers because I know they're clean and they're not going to leave a mark. So, all right, there we go. Crisis averted. Hardly a crisis, but averted. Okay, so now I'm ready to slip this, make sure that fits right in there. And if it doesn't, it's a little tight. It's a little snug. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim that a tiny bit because it does feel a little bit too tight. So let's go with 3 1/4. 3. Let's go with 3 inches instead of 3 1/4. And then you have a little bit more play. You don't want somebody to like ruin the card as they're trying to get it out, right? So we'll just go with 3 on that one. There you go. Let's stick that in that. That'll fit better, I think. Yep, a little more play there. Perfect. So I cut out of our paper, our beautiful paper, and I really only used a tiny piece. So I cut this little flower out of here because I wanted something big, something bigger up here. And I thought, well, you could use this one even though it's on the edge, because I probably wouldn't want to like ruin the whole paper because it's so pretty, but I would use these down here, you know, so I could use some of those. You could also cut out the little yellows if you wanted. I did fussy cut it. And before I do that, I'm going to stick this on here because I feel a little bit of adhesive, and I'm just going to get it all on there, just situated onto. You know what? I'm second guessing myself because I have the ribbon. I'm just going to stick it on. Just go for it. I'm not going to peel it up. That's promised to you. I'm not going to peel it up. All right. This piece we're just going to adhere down. You could use a ribbon around it. I'm just going to stick it shut. And then we're going to stick our little flower over here. I'm just going to put a dimensional right there so it can sit on top of this paper. So we'll just grab a little dimensional and put that on there. What is that? I need a bigger one. Here we go. Just grab a little dimensional, pop it on this. Just going to put it there. I don't want to put it on the whole card because then I've basically sealed it shut or made it more difficult to pick out. Let's grab my take your pick, peel that off. All right, so I'm going to put this over on, well, we could put it in the middle. I'm going to put it in the middle. I think that looks cute. Just like that. And then they would open up their card like that. It's funny. I debated on cutting. There's a little dot there. It's from something else. I debated on cutting it off. I'm like, nah, it could just be on there. So just like that. And you could write on the inside. Now, we just need our little sentiment. And I am using, I die cut out a little rectangle from the textured notes dies. Anything that layers like this, I love, because then I can quickly choose whatever size works well for me. And this one is the textured notes dies. I love it so much. I have one up here and I have one at home. So double trouble on that one. Okay, so we are going to stamp the words. Pull in our stamp set here. You always make me smile. I thought that was a sweet sentiment. I did die cut 2 just in case this doesn't quite fit. And thanks to Jamie upstairs letting me use her berry burst, because my berry burst must be at home. She also let me use her bubble bath because mine, it needs more ink. So I'll take it home and ink it. All right, let's see what we got there. Yeah, cute. I think I'm going to stamp one more time because that got a little dark there. So let's just try that one more time. The other thing you could do is do a thanks. There's lots of different things. Let's just get that. That's better. I like that better. You're probably like, I don't even see a difference. But I like that this one's a little bit more even than this one. So we'll toss that one. And go ahead and stick this one on. I'm just going to lay it flat right on here. It's going to go a little bit under the flower. And put it towards the bottom though. It could go down here too. I like it up here. I'm just going to put it towards the bottom of the flower like I started to say. And then you can still see it. Okay. The other thing I was looking at for here is this has, you could put something on the inside, right? You could say, you always make me smile, and stick something on a sentiment on the inside if you wanted to. There are 2 ribbons that go really well with this. They're not in the suite, but they're so beautiful. And this one is our 1/8 inch bubble bath, because that is a really fun color. I gotta straighten this out. Just even looking at it crooked, I'm like, wait, because it can be straight. There we go. The bubble bath could be super cute. The other one that is a really fun ribbon is this is called Berry Burst. Thank you very much for the creative title. Berry Burst. And it is very, it's kind of iridescent. So it does look like Berry Burst, but the other side actually looks like Blackberry Bliss a bit. So I think that's kind of fun. It's a little bit more looks like Blackberry Bliss. It's a little bit dark. It is called Berry Burst. pretty dark though for Berry Burst, but it's a really pretty ribbon. So I'm going to pop on a little, I don't know, I kind of feel like I want a bow. I'm not sure where, but let's just tie a bow, probably on the side over here. That was a big bow. Let's tie a smaller bow. I do not need that big bow, and no need to waste all that ribbon. We'll just use a smaller bow. But you know what? If you use up your ribbon, you just buy some more. Such a great thing. All right, so there's our little bow. I think that'll work. I think it's sweet. And grab some scissors here and just trim that like that, and trim this side like that, and see if I like it. I think I'm gonna want it a little bit smaller. You're probably like, oh my goodness, enough with the bow already. All good. So I'm just gonna stick it right here. I love ribbon. I actually am a ribbon hoarder. Yeah, he already knows, so it doesn't really matter. But yes, retired ribbon I keep in a bin so that I can use with my students, or I just love ribbon. Wrap gifts with it. I don't mind wrapping gifts with it once it's retired because I know I won't use it on cards, but isn't that sweet? I just like a little thing there. All right, so the other thing I was thinking you could do is you could cut another one of these, pop it up. There's so many options, but isn't that pretty? Move that out of the way. I just think that's really, really pretty. What do you guys think? I can't see that. Oh, they're there. Can't wait to get back to Minnesota. Yes. Yeah, thanks, Jamie. She is the hero. What's the name of the frame dies? Yep. They are called the Textured Notes dies. Textured Notes dies.
Sorry, everyone. I got behind on my good mornings. Hey, Mary Jo, Cheryl, Terry.
Pine Tree, Vermont. Yes, that's the one.
Yes, Pine Tree. There we go.
Pine Tree, pulling into Pine Tree. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to watch White Christmas. So, all right, Dave, tell us about Stampin' Into Summer.
Ooh, just in time. Just got the napkin.
All right. There you go. Then I'm going to show you one more card using some stamping and not just paper. Okay, we'll just keep looking at how pretty this paper is then. Love it, love it, love it. All right.
All right. So, as you know, for everything you ever could possibly need in the way of stamping, go to thestamperstudio.com. You will be brought right there. You can scroll on down to shop for products, which once these go live on May 5th, you can go ahead and add these products.
Unless you want to just sign up and be a demonstrator, then of course you can get them right now.
You can get them right now. You could even have these products as part of your kit you order for signing up. So anyway,
just had to throw that in there.
But Lisa mentioned we're going to be featuring this suite on Stampin' Into Summer. Stampin' Into Summer is one of our 3 virtual events that we hold a year with our friends Amy and Tracy. This one is happening on May 29th and 30th. And you may be saying, 2 days? How does that work? That is because Stampin' Into Summer is 9 hours of Stampin' Fun. If you come here, you scroll on down, click on the button, you'll be brought in to see more information. So Stampin' Into Summer happens on Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon. Now, if you can join us for all 9 hours, great. If you can't, everything is recorded. You can come back and watch at your leisure. Now, what is included in Stampin' Into Summer? Each of those sessions, the 3 sessions we have, you will see each of our demonstrators featuring a new suite or bundle from the new online exclusives or the new mini catalog. And so Friday night, you will see an hour with Lisa, an hour with Amy, an hour with Tracy. Now, during their time, each of them is going to take you on a full tour of that suite or bundle. They will show you all the items that are included. They will give demonstrations on ways that you can use all the products in that suite or bundle. And every presentation has a make and take. When you register for the full package, we send you what we like to call our party box. Our party box includes all of the supplies for 9 make and take projects, 1 for each presentation that's done throughout the event. So then during their presentation, they will walk you through making that make and take in addition to all of the other demonstrating that goes on as a part of that. So as I said, Stampin' Into Summer is
May 31st.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m. These times are all central, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday, 9 to noon, and 1 to 4 on Saturday. So go ahead, click on in. You can sign up and register. There is a digital only version, but why would you want to do that? You would miss out on the party box. You would miss out on all the supplies. You would still be able to attend the event and you would get the instructions for the projects, but you know what? Who doesn't love getting a party box in the mail? We have a lot of people who post their boxes when they receive them because they're just so excited. So Stampin' Into Summer coming up May 29th and 30th. You need to register by May 11th. I know that sounds far off, but let me tell you, it is easy for time to pass. Go ahead and sign up today and save your spot for Stampin' Into Summer.
Great. Thanks, Dave. What a fun logo and fun. I'm sure he's going to come up with a fun song for it as well. I'm going to make another card, obviously using the same suite. And this is our Peaceful Pine Designer Series paper, or Designer Series, just cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11. And I can put it like that, 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to use this beautiful piece of cardstock. But I wanted to mat it. I set it on here. I'll tell you the sizes in just a second. So that one is actually 5 by 3 3/4. So then this one is 3 1/2, a little bit more. You know, it's those little marks. Yeah, it's one of those. So trust me, I don't teach my kids that. And one of those little marks. No, it's a 1/16, 1/8. All right. So I'm just going to center this on here, on our Peaceful Pine. And which way? I think it goes this way. I think those dangle down. I'm pretty sure it goes this way. Yeah, I had it just on the Peaceful Pine like this, which is pretty. But then when I just mat it just a tiny bit on white, I felt like it pops up a little bit more. So let's get that on there. So pretty. My goodness. On the for sure, the Designer Series paper, let it do all the talking. I was looking for my main catalog, and maybe, Dave, maybe you can pull this up, but these are the banner dies, and they are so fun. They're spendy. I'm not going to lie. They're a little bit spendy, but they are so very, very beautiful. This one is in Bubble Bath. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Then we're going to stamp some things and put it right on top. So pretty. So pretty. So let's go ahead and put that right in the middle. There we go. And we are going to stamp. Shocker. We're going to stamp. So let's just grab a little white cardstock. And I actually purchased now the Whisper Willow cardstock. I don't purchase our 8 1/2 by 11 basic white. They're different colors. And I like the white, the bright white. I did not bring my pine tree. I'm going to call it pine tree. Peaceful Pine stamp set, or ink. So I am going to use Garden Green, which in a stamp, I feel like it's kind of close-ish, but in the paper, and it is not the same. So, but we're going to go with it because that's what I have. I'm also going to stamp a couple of these leaves just for the background. So we'll die cut those out. And I'm going to use Jamie's Bubble Bath. I already tried it. It has a lot more ink than mine did. And I'm going to show you mine in a second so that you can see.
These are the banners, right?
Yep, those are them. Party banner dies. Yep, they are awesome. All different sizes. All right. So this lines up. I'm going to show you something here. When I stamp just that, it, hang on a second. Let me just look at my card. Yep. So we are going to stamp it separately, but when you could stamp it on here and that little gap goes right in the gap. So it doesn't, actually we'll do that and then we'll die cut it. But so the gap takes a second to figure out where the gap is. Oh, there it is. Goes like, tried it a couple times. I think it goes like this. Yeah. So that gap right there just has anyway, it lines up perfectly. And then for the back, or for the little dots in the middle, we have these little itty bitties. I'm going to do them on both of them, and then I think that one's going to cut out when I cut the leaves. Let's see. Yes, it is going to. So this is going to go right there. A little bit of berry burst. Okay, come on. I love this. Like this one is right there. Obviously, I know it's the way they created it, but that one sits right at the right spot. Should be, right? All right, let's go ahead and die cut these out. And then we will put them on and add some beautiful embellishments, which I didn't show you yet. They're so fun from the suite. Let's get rid of that.
Morning, Sandy. And hey, Mary Jo, signing up for Stampin' Into Summer. Love it.
All right, I am going to actually just cut those apart because I'm using my mini boss. When you use the mini, you only have so much space. So even though I stamped those there, I just did that to show you, but we are going to die cut out this little bit of green. And I'm going to use my method, which is
squish the bug. Squish the bug,
like that. That's how I get a spider, and I hope it stays because that one's pretty narrow, but I can still see green, so I'm thinking I'm in a good space. There we go. All right, so there's our, ish. There's our green. I think it'll be okay. And then we'll go ahead and stamp out or die cut out our little flowers here. And we can do one of the greens at the same time. I think I can, right? So that sits like that. And then one of these, we're going to use this die right here and put that on there. That looks good. That looks good. And squish the bug. This plate is pretty bent, so my squish the bug doesn't always work as well as I would like it to, I think. But green is still good. I'm going to push it through. I'm going to just go for it. You could just use a Post-it note or
washi tape.
Washi tape. I'm still looking at that green. It looks like it's still in the right spot. I don't know. I just don't always like to do that. I like to just die cut it. Sometimes I even die cut first and then stamp, which is very uncouth. I don't know. All right, there's that one. And we'll do one more here. Push that one all the way up. This one will get a little bit better. Line that right up. There we go. Squish the bug and run it through. All right, there we are. That is what we're going to use. Ooh, to make our, I think I might need to order a new one of these. Someone said something about heating it. If you know anything about that, heating it to straighten it out, let me know. Because the bottom one is just fine. It's just that top one is pretty curled. Okay,
let's put it through the dishwasher, and right when it's done on the drying cycle, put it through me.
All right, here, you do that today. All right, let's go ahead and put some of these on. So we're going to stick this one just directly on here. And I'm going to grab my little acrylic mat so I don't get adhesive all over the space. I always call it that.
I know you do.
Well, they didn't ask me when they named it. Silicone sheet. There we go. Silicone sheet.
An acrylic plate, a silicone sheet.
Got it. Thanks. Thanks. Whatever. Thanks. Just kidding. All right. This one, of course, we're going to pop these up because anything we can pop up, we should pop up, right? Why would you not pop up something if it's able to be popped up? So pretty. There is a wedding card that a friend upstairs made that is, actually it was Jamie, that is stunning. It's so pretty. All right. So, oh, that's right. So that is the space for the leaf. That's what I was trying to say before. So let's pop that on there. Good. And then let's add some of our greens in the background. Not gonna lie, the one I did not die cut very well. I could just do one green. You probably saw it too. But if that ever happens to you, all you have to do here is die cut it again. Just scooch it over and run it through. I'll show you. Scooch it over, run it through, and it'll still give you a good image. Of course, you could restamp it. That's hardly a big deal either. But you can also do that, and that will get it to die cut a little bit closer. Or you could just use that washi tape and that Post-it note and be good. All right. So, but that's better. See, that is just fine. Okay, this one we're going to stick on the other side, of course, like this. Maybe I'm going to put this one up just a little bit higher. I'm going to show you where this came from too. Tuck that under there. Like that. This one I'm going to put here. I'm going to put a little dimensional under that leaf because then that also pops up just a tiny bit. So we'll stick this under here like that. still on it. There we go. And just get that to pop up a little bit. There we go. All right, then we're going to put our sentiment. Oh, that's the one we're going to use a piece of our sentiment here. This is the one I stamped on before. But this time we're going to say, just because. I am going to stamp that in the Berry Burst. Whoa, hello. Stamp it in the Berry Burst. I'm just going to go right in the middle, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, so this, of course, we're going to put dimensionals on. Where are my strips? Those are the ones I really like, but that's okay. Oh, look, we can use the edge. I'm all about saving some time, and I like to use the dimensional strips, which I will bring up next time. There, we'll just pop one more in the middle. Okay, this I'm going to stick right here, and you're probably thinking that's kind of long. It is a little long, but just wait. All right, now, isn't that pretty? Let's just stop for a moment and admire. Isn't that fun? I want to show you how I knew I needed to re-ink. If you look at this bubble bath and look at my previous bubble bath, there's just not enough color. It just didn't show up. So, all right, let's go ahead. I want to show you these embellishments. They're so cute. So the embellishments are so fun. Look at these. They are called Dreamy Flowers. Ooh, they're pretty, kind of thick. Dreamy Flowers. Aren't they fun? Like you could use these in the middle here as well. That would be fun, but I'm going to put some of these. I'm going to stick one like down here. I could put it on there, but I'll stick it down here. And then I like to do threes. So there's small and large. I'm just going to stick with the Berry Burst. I'm going to put a big one up here too. I just think they're so fun. Look at these. Aren't they fun? How fun are those? All right, I'm going to show you where this came from. Don't compare, because these are people who designed it, right? So here's what I'm copying, this one right here. So they used a little bit bigger bubble bath, and they used obviously more flowers there and more of the embellishments. But that's what I just copied from. And just, you can always copy from these. There's always going to be some really cute designs in here. This one, how fun is this that they...
Is that in the new catalog?
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oops, not supposed to show you that. Okay, well, forget you saw that. Anyway, that's where I copied this from. Huh? Yeah, not supposed to, I'm sure I'm not publicized enough that I need to worry about it. But anyway, yes, that is in the new catalog, and that's the second time I showed it because I already showed it the first time. All right, so there is. Sarah. What's that, Sarah? What? I
said sorry to Sarah.
Okay.
Douglas.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Sarah. I'm like, Sarah who? Sarah's not watching. Okay. Well, hopefully not. Anyway, so look how fun. Two really fun cards. This would have been really fun in velvet as well. It's just so pretty. So sign up for Stampin' Into Summer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, hang on there. Don't be going anywhere. Sign up for Stampin' Into Summer. He's coming up. He's coming up. There we go. Sign up for Stampin' Into Summer, and I'll show you the whole suite and lots of fun things to make with it, including some really cute 3D items. That's always a fun thing. And scrapbooking. So many fun things. So I hope you have a great weekend. As you may know, we love being at the Refuge Little Falls with our friends, new friends, old friends. It's just so fun. It's funny because people at school say to me, oh, are you, oh, you have to go work this? No, I don't have to work. I get to go play up at the Refuge Little Falls. So hopefully we will see you soon. If not, I will see you on Monday. So happy stamping, friends.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic. Let's make